Welcome everyone. Let's begin our lesson for today by going over our learning goals and success criteria. First, what are we learning? We're learning how to log into Desmos and complete assignments in Desmos. We are also learning how to view the notes for the class in presentation mode using Google Slides. How are we learning it? Through the Introduction to Desmos assignment, the Introduction to Google Slides notes, and the Google Slides quiz assignment. When can we use the information in this lesson? To complete future Desmos assignments for this class, and to view notes and use the animations in the presentations to better understand the content of the lessons. How do we know we learned it? By getting a score of 4 on the Introduction to Desmos assignment and a 4 on the Google Slides quiz assignment. Now let's take a look at our agenda for today. We'll begin by going over our learning goals and success criteria. While we do that, you'll fill out your Get It Started. Once you've completed your Get It Started, we'll go over it together and answer any questions that you may have. Then we'll get into the Introduction to Desmos assignment. Towards the end of class, we'll go over our Introduction to Google Slides notes. And then at the very end of class, we'll go back over our learning goals and success criteria while you fill out your before you go. Your only homework for tonight is to complete the Google Slides quiz assignment and any missing assignments that you may have.
Okay, so what we're going to do today is we're going to look at a Google Slides presentation and figure out how to view it in presentation mode. The reason we want to view things in presentation mode is that all of the Google Slides that you get through the entire year will be interactive. Things will move, steps will show up one at a time so that you can clearly see how to complete the task. So it's going to be very, very important that every time you get a Google Slides presentation that you view it in this way. So I'm going to go ahead and click on our assignment for today, which is the Google Slides test. So I'm going to click on that, and it's going to take me to a page that looks something like this. Now, if you notice, if I just view it like this and I go through, I'm seeing triangles in two different places. I'm seeing just a triangle here. But in reality, all of these are going to change and adapt over time. So the way we can view that is we go back up to the first slide, and we're going to go up here to present. We click on this button that says present, and it should take us to a screen that looks something like this. Now, once we have it here, we can click on the screen anywhere on the screen or use our arrows on the keyboard to go to the next slide. So I'm just going to click right here. And this is an example of one of the questions that you'll have for your test here. So it has a triangle listed right here, and you can see that it's in box 1, right? Quadrant 1. And we want to know what quadrant it ends up in. So in order to see where it ends up, we're going to go ahead again, just like if we were trying to go to the next slide, we're going to click anywhere on the screen. And if you notice, the triangle moved. It moved from one place to the other. So we can see now that it's clearly in box 2. So for this question, you would answer that the solution is B, box 2. So you will do these kinds of things every single time with your Google Slides presentations. There will always be interactions, there will always be movements and different things that pop up. So you'll always want to view your Google Slides presentations in this way. I hope this was helpful.
Let's talk now about how to complete the Google Slides quiz. So once you're here, you should notice that we have our learning goals and success criteria at the top. If we scroll down, we have the questions for our Google Slides quiz, and they are based on the Google Slides notes. So let's take a look at our notes, and for question 1 here, it says, what quadrant does the triangle end up in? So we're going to go to our Google Slides, and we're going to click on question 1. I'm going to click slideshow so that I can view this in slideshow mode, and notice I have a triangle here. It's in quadrant I, or quadrant 1, and when I click, notice it ends up in quadrant 2. So I'm going to go back to my Google Slides quiz and answer that it went into quadrant 2. And then I move on to the next one. What color does this blue triangle change to? So I go back to my Google Notes again. I'm going to click here. And notice it starts blue and it changes to orange. So I'm going to go back to my Google Slides quiz and answer that it changed to orange. And you'll continue doing that until you get to the end. Once you get to the end, you click Next. That will send you to your Before You Go, fill out your Before You Go, and then submit your work.